Did you know? A weak body often leads to a tired mind and lack of energy. If you want a warrior spirit, you must first build a warrior's body. Let's discover simple yet powerful ways to strengthen your health, the foundation for every success. Exercise regularly is not simply about maintaining appearances or striving for athletic achievements. It is one of the most fundamental practices for building a strong foundation of health, vitality, and mental resilience. When you commit to moving your body for at least 15 to 20 minutes every single day, you create a rhythm of life that reinforces discipline and stability. This daily habit becomes less about an isolated workout and more about a consistent ritual that anchors your entire day. Many people underestimate what such a short window of exercise can achieve, but those few minutes, practiced steadily, compound into significant long-term benefits for the body and the mind. The body responds remarkably well to regular movement. Muscles grow stronger, the heart becomes more efficient, and the lungs expand their capacity. With every step during a brisk walk, every rotation of the pedals on a bicycle, or every lift of a weight, the body adapts, learning to perform better the next time. Exercise is a natural stress reliever. It triggers the release of endorphins, which are chemicals that elevate mood and create a sense of well-being. These are the same chemicals that can help fight depression, reduce anxiety, and sharpen focus. It is often said that exercise is medicine. And indeed, a short daily workout has been shown to reduce the risk of chronic illnesses such as heart disease, diabetes, and even certain cancers. But beyond the obvious health advantages, exercising regularly is also about training the mind. The act of showing up for yourself, even on days when you feel tired or unmotivated, cultivates mental toughness. The person who ties their shoes and steps out the door despite the weather or the fatigue is practicing the art of perseverance. This mindset, when strengthened through physical training, often carries over into other areas of life: work, relationships, and personal projects. Just as the body learns to endure discomfort in exercise, the mind learns to endure setbacks and challenges outside the gym. Another overlooked aspect of daily exercise is the momentum it creates. Small efforts, consistently applied, make large goals feel achievable. For example, someone who begins with a 20-minute walk every morning may soon find themselves jogging, then running, and eventually signing up for a marathon. The principle of gradual progression ensures that no step feels impossible, and the sense of achievement along the way builds confidence. Success is rarely the result of sudden massive effort. It is often the result of steady, incremental practice, and exercise mirrors this truth beautifully. Regular physical activity also improves the quality of rest and recovery. When the body is challenged through movement, it naturally seeks balance through deeper, more restorative sleep. Better sleep leads to sharper focus, improved productivity, and greater energy during the day. This positive cycle can transform a person's lifestyle, replacing fatigue and lethargy with vitality and enthusiasm. In this way, a simple 20-minute routine has ripple effects that extend far beyond the workout itself. The environment in which exercise occurs also plays a role. Taking a jog in the park, cycling along a quiet road, or practicing yoga at sunrise connects the individual to the world around them. This connection reduces feelings of isolation and encourages mindfulness. Moving the body outdoors, breathing fresh air, and noticing the small details of nature can be a profound form of meditation. Exercise is not just about the body moving, but about the mind becoming present in the moment. Ultimately, exercising regularly is a commitment to longevity and quality of life. It is a promise made to oneself that health and vitality will not be taken for granted. It does not demand extraordinary talent or hours of time each day. It simply requires consistency and a willingness to prioritize one's well-being. By dedicating a short window of time daily to physical movement, anyone can unlock the physical strength, mental clarity, and emotional resilience necessary to face life with energy and confidence. The journey begins with one decision, repeated every day: to move, to breathe, and to grow stronger step by step. Building endurance and strength is the next natural step after committing to regular exercise. While short bursts of daily activity create the foundation, developing endurance and strength requires deliberate effort, progression and a vision that stretches beyond the present. Endurance is the capacity to sustain effort over a prolonged period of time, while strength is the ability to exert force effectively. Together, they form the pillars of physical capability. When cultivated in harmony, they not only enhance health, but also empower an individual to face the demands of daily life and unexpected challenges with resilience and confidence. Endurance begins with the simple act of moving for longer periods, such as running, cycling, swimming, or even brisk walking. These activities strengthen the cardiovascular system, teaching the heart and lungs to work more efficiently. A person who once found it difficult to jog for 10 minutes can, through persistence, eventually run for an hour without feeling exhausted. This transformation is not just physical. It reshapes the way the individual views themselves. They learn that limitations are often temporary, and with consistent effort, what once seemed impossible becomes routine. This mental shift, born out of physical endurance training, can profoundly influence other areas of life, fostering patience, determination, and the courage to push past obstacles. Strength, on the other hand, is developed through resistance, pushing, pulling, lifting, or holding against a challenge that forces the muscles to adapt. Strength training can take many forms: lifting weights in a gym, practicing body weight exercises like push-ups and pull-ups, or engaging in functional movements that mirror real-life activities. As the muscles grow stronger, the body not only becomes more capable of handling physical tasks, but also more resilient against injuries. Strong muscles protect the joints, improve posture, and support the spine, reducing the wear and tear that accumulates over years of sedentary living. The beauty of building endurance and strength is how they complement one another. Endurance ensures that energy lasts over time, while strength guarantees that each movement is powerful and efficient. Imagine a cyclist pedaling up a steep hill. Endurance allows them to keep going, but strength provides the power to push each pedal stroke. Likewise, a person who must carry heavy loads at work or climb flights of stairs daily benefits from the combination of stamina and muscular force. Life, in many ways, requires both qualities simultaneously, making their development essential. The process of building endurance and strength also teaches humility and patience. Progress is rarely linear. Some days feel easier than expected, while others feel frustratingly difficult. Muscles ache, lungs burn, and the temptation to give up looms large. Yet, these moments of struggle are where growth occurs. Every time the body is pushed just beyond its comfort zone, it adapts, becoming stronger and more capable than before. This principle of progressive overload, gradually increasing the challenge, applies not only to exercise but to personal growth in general. By embracing discomfort and viewing it as a sign of progress, individuals learn to welcome challenges instead of avoiding them. Nutrition, rest, and recovery are inseparable companions of this journey. Endurance and strength cannot be built on effort alone. The body requires fuel and time to repair. Proteins rebuild muscles, carbohydrates replenish energy, and healthy fats support overall function. Sleep becomes the silent architect of progress, allowing the body to integrate the work done during the day into tangible results. Without these elements, training risks leading to fatigue or injury rather than growth. Ultimately, building endurance and strength is about empowerment. It equips individuals with the confidence to handle both the predictable demands of everyday life and the unpredictable trials that may arise. The ability to run farther, lift heavier, and persist longer creates a sense of capability that extends beyond the body. It sends a message to the mind: I am stronger than I thought, and I can endure more than I imagined. This belief, forged in sweat and effort, is one of the most valuable outcomes of physical training, and it stays with the person far beyond the workout session itself. Developing discipline and routine is the bridge between intention and achievement. It is one thing to dream of a healthier, stronger self, and quite another to wake up every day and take the steps required to make it a reality. Discipline is the force that drives consistent action, while routine provides the structure that makes such action sustainable. Without these two, even the best intentions collapse under the weight of excuses, distractions, and short-term comfort. The people who succeed in building lasting fitness and a resilient lifestyle are rarely those with the most natural talent or the best circumstances. They are the ones who Learn to cultivate discipline and embed it into daily life through routine. Discipline begins with a decision, a commitment to follow through regardless of mood or circumstance. It is easy to exercise on days when energy is high and motivation flows naturally. The true test comes on days when fatigue, stress, or inconvenience present themselves as reasons to skip. By choosing to act even when the desire is absent, a person proves to themselves that their goals matter more than temporary feelings. This shift from relying on motivation to relying on discipline is powerful. Motivation is fleeting. It rises and falls like the tide. Discipline, however, is steady, built through repetition, and reinforced by small victories that accumulate over time. Routine provides the framework that makes discipline practical. Setting a fixed time for exercise each day transforms it from a negotiable task into a non-negotiable appointment. For some, this might mean starting the morning with movement before the distractions of the day arrive. For others, it may be during lunch breaks or evenings. What matters is consistency. The body and mind begin to anticipate the activity, reducing resistance and making it feel natural. Routine eliminates the constant decision-making that often drains willpower. Instead of asking, "Should I work out today?" the question disappears, replaced by certainty. This is simply what I do at this time. The impact of discipline and routine extends beyond physical training. When someone proves to themselves that they can stick to a schedule, they build trust in their own word. This self-trust is foundational. It breeds confidence and integrity, both inwardly and outwardly. It becomes easier to commit to other goals, studying, professional projects, or personal development, because the individual has already cultivated the muscle of consistency. Just as lifting weights strengthens the body, practicing discipline strengthens the will. There will, of course, be obstacles. Unexpected events, illness, or urgent responsibilities can disrupt even the best routines. Discipline does not mean rigidity to the point of self-destruction. Instead, it means adapting without giving up. If a long workout is impossible one day, a short walk may still be achievable. If the usual training time is interrupted, another slot can be found. The key lies in maintaining the identity of someone who does not quit, someone who always finds a way to honor their commitment in whatever form is possible. This adaptability ensures that momentum is never lost entirely and prevents the common cycle of starting and stopping. Over time, discipline and routine transform effort into identity. A person no longer says, "I am trying to work out regularly." Instead, they begin to see themselves as someone who moves, trains, and values health. When actions are aligned with identity, resistance weakens, and consistency becomes second nature. This identity shift is perhaps the most powerful outcome of building discipline. It changes not only behavior, but also self-perception. And once a person sees themselves differently, the effort required to maintain habits diminishes. In the end, discipline and routine are about freedom, not restriction. By choosing to build structure around training, individuals free themselves from the constant battle of indecision, procrastination, and regret. They create a path where effort flows more smoothly and where progress, though gradual, becomes inevitable. This quiet, consistent dedication may not be glamorous or dramatic, but it is the foundation upon which true transformation is built. Balancing nutrition and rest is often overlooked in the pursuit of physical fitness, yet it is just as critical as exercise itself. Training challenges the body, pushing it to adapt and grow, but without the right fuel and sufficient recovery, progress is limited and even harmful. Nutrition and rest are the twin pillars that allow the body to repair, rebuild, and strengthen after exertion. They are not optional luxuries. They are essential components of sustainable performance and overall well-being. Understanding their importance and learning to integrate them into daily life is the difference between a temporary effort and a lasting lifestyle. Nutrition is the body's fuel. Every cell, muscle fiber, and organ depends on the nutrients we consume to function and thrive. When a person exercises, the body taps into stored energy and breaks down muscle tissue. Recovery requires replenishing this energy and providing the building blocks needed for repair. Protein, often called the building block of muscles, plays a vital role here. Lean sources such as chicken, fish, beans, and eggs supply amino acids that rebuild and strengthen muscle fibers. Without adequate protein, training may lead to fatigue and weakness rather than growth. Carbohydrates, meanwhile, restore glycogen, the stored energy in muscles that fuels endurance. Whole grains, fruits, and vegetables replenish these stores and ensure energy is available for the next workout. Healthy fats from sources like avocados, nuts, and olive oil support hormonal balance, which is key to recovery and overall health. Equally important is hydration. Water regulates body temperature, transports nutrients, and aids in recovery. Even slight dehydration can impair performance, reduce concentration, and slow down muscle repair. Many people underestimate the role of proper hydration. Yet it is one of the simplest and most effective tools for maintaining both energy and resilience. Rest, on the other hand, is where the true magic of training takes place. Exercise is essentially controlled stress. It breaks the body down. Rest is the period when the body repairs that stress, building back stronger and more capable. Without adequate rest, the body remains in a constant state of breakdown, increasing the risk of overtraining, injury, and mental burnout. Sleep is the most powerful form of rest, and yet it is often neglected. During deep sleep, growth hormone is released, tissues are repaired, and the nervous system resets. Consistently missing out on this restorative process is like constantly withdrawing from a bank account without ever making deposits. Eventually, the body collapses under the debt of fatigue. Balancing training intensity with adequate rest also requires listening to the body. Not every day can or should be maximized. Some days demand high effort and intensity, while others should be dedicated to lighter movement or complete rest. This rhythm of stress and recovery mirrors natural cycles in life, teaching patience and respect for the body's limits. Pushing harder is not always the answer. Sometimes progress comes from stepping back, allowing the body to recharge, and returning with renewed strength. The integration of nutrition and rest into daily life is not about perfection, but about consistency. It does not require rigid diets or elaborate sleep rituals, but rather mindful choices repeated over time. Choosing whole, unprocessed foods more often than not. Drinking enough water throughout the day. Protecting sleep as a priority instead of treating it as expendable. These small actions accumulate into powerful habits that sustain both health and performance. Ultimately, balancing nutrition and rest is an act of respect. Respect for the body as the vehicle through which we experience life. It acknowledges that strength is not built solely in the gym, but also in the kitchen and in the quiet hours of sleep. Those who learn to honor this balance discover that their efforts multiply, their energy soars, and their resilience deepens. Far from slowing progress, nutrition and rest accelerate it, turning daily training into a sustainable and fulfilling journey rather than a fleeting burst of effort. The warrior mindset is not about aggression or dominance, but about cultivating an inner strength that refuses to be broken by challenges. It is a way of approaching life with courage, resilience, and unwavering determination. Just as a warrior steps onto the battlefield prepared to face adversity, a person with a warrior mindset approaches daily struggles, personal goals, and setbacks with a spirit that says, "I will not give up." This mental framework is what transforms ordinary effort into extraordinary persistence, enabling people to push through obstacles that might stop others in their tracks. At its core, the warrior mindset begins with clarity of purpose. A warrior does not fight without reason. They know what they are fighting for. In the same way, anyone striving for personal growth, whether in fitness, career, or relationships, must understand their why. This sense of purpose becomes the fuel that sustains action when enthusiasm fades. Without purpose, the smallest obstacle can feel overwhelming. With purpose, even the largest barriers become challenges to be met head-on. The warrior sees difficulties not as signs to quit, but as opportunities to grow stronger. Another critical element of this mindset is discipline over emotion. Feelings are fleeting. They rise and fall with circumstances. A person might wake up feeling unmotivated, tired, or doubtful. The warrior, however, has trained themselves to act regardless of mood. They recognize that progress is built on action, not on waiting for the perfect emotional state. This ability to move forward despite discomfort separates those who achieve lasting success from those who falter. It is not about ignoring feelings, but about not allowing them to dictate the path forward. The warrior mindset also embraces struggle as a teacher. Just as the body grows stronger through resistance, the mind becomes sharper through challenges. Failures, setbacks, and disappointments are not signals of weakness, but invitations to adapt. A warrior does not avoid hardship. They lean into it, knowing that each trial leaves them better prepared for the next. This perspective creates resilience. Where others see failure as the end, the warrior sees it as a stepping stone, a necessary part of the journey toward mastery. Equally important is patience. True warriors understand that great victories are rarely won quickly. Building strength, achieving long-term goals, and transforming one's life take time. Impatience breeds frustration, but patience allows perseverance. The warrior mindset is less concerned with immediate gratification and more focused on steady progress. They trust the process, confident that consistent effort will eventually bring results. This trust in time is what keeps them moving forward when quick results are not visible. The warrior mindset is not just about the individual. It also extends to how one faces the world. Warriors act with integrity, honor commitments, and serve something greater than themselves. For some, this greater cause may be family, community, or a personal mission. By tying their actions to a value larger than self-interest, they build a sense of responsibility that fuels even greater resilience. When tired or tempted to quit, the thought of letting down that greater cause reignites determination. Finally, the warrior mindset is about balance. A true warrior is not reckless. They know when to push and when to recover, when to fight and when to step back. They channel their energy with intention, avoiding burnout by respecting both effort and rest. This balance ensures that their fight is sustainable, not a short burst of intensity that fades away. In the end, the warrior mindset is a way of life. It teaches individuals to confront fear, push past excuses, and stay committed to long-term growth. It builds not just physical resilience, but mental and emotional strength. The kind of strength that endures through setbacks, disappointments, and uncertainty. By adopting this mindset, anyone can transform their approach to challenges, replacing hesitation with confidence and weakness with resolve. Life will always bring difficulties, but with the spirit of a warrior, those difficulties become fuel for progress rather than reasons to stop. Always remember, health is the root of a strong mind, and a strong mind empowers you to conquer any challenge in life. Start with small daily habits and you'll become the warrior of your own journey. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the next tips on health and success. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.